chaos wins again. Whenever I think of chaos in art, I always think that maybe this comes on after the playing thing. Maybe chaos is kind of in the studio is where there's stuff everywhere and things are laying up on top of each other and things are packed up in random orders, and maybe that's the chaos. But chaos becomes order. So I've been doing these paintings at the moment, and they're all 30 by 40 centimeter canvases. So I just start with the same size canvas. So maybe I'm disrupting the chaos. I used to like buy lots of different things to try and make stuff out of, and then I sort of refined the chaos. So maybe I'm learning from the chaos, and that I'm bringing that. Yeah, maybe because I restrict myself. Because in a way, it's weird. I quite restrict myself because the color palette is all the neon colors. And the size of the canvases at the moment are all 30 by 40, and they're all canvases as well. So where the chaos exists is choosing the images and the context in which you put things together. So I've done that a lot. So I'm kind of doing these paintings. Each painting at the moment is got to be different than the last painting. And I've done like mini series with the gnomes coming out of like washing machines and things like that. But I'm interested in this idea of like, what if you reduce down the decisions that you had to make in the studio? So using the same size canvases, and then all the images I've got are kind of, I'm trying to be as random as possible. Maybe that's going back to the Martin Creed thing. I want my paintings to look a bit, how did you get to this conclusion? How did you get to it? There's like the gaps, the conceptual gaps between each painting. Maybe that's the thing I'm playing around with at the moment. So and I do like the idea of, just I'm having fun, and that's the bit, maybe that's the bit in between. So I did these other paintings a while ago where I was using masking tape to create the lines and patterns and things in the paintings, and maybe that's trying to bring some chaos into the paintings and stuff. Also, I've been doing the kind of spraying the backgrounds of them with the stripes and the lines. So what I did is, we've got an example. Well, this is one example, but this is the lined version, which you can see on the video. So I've done line versions, I've done crosshatch versions. That's another one where it's all a bit patterned and messed up. So that's another thing I've been messing around with. I do like the idea of like, when you're looking at a picture and the lines, and where does it start and where does it stop. So okay, yeah, years ago, I mean, people don't know this, I used to do abstract painting. I was really interested in abstract patterns, but the reason why I think I stopped doing it, abstract stuff, is I find abstraction, I find it quite limited, and I want to break out of abstraction. Maybe the only way I can do it is, you can have abstract ideas, but but I got a bit bored of doing abstract stuff. I needed to break away and get out of the patterns and structures and things, and bring some other things. There might be abstract stuff in the background, and I used to collage my canvases and layer them up to cause even more chaos. I think now I'm kind of interested where the paintings or the art objects end up. Maybe that's where the chaos kind of exists. I don't know. So anyway, I'm waffling on now. But chaos is important, and disrupting things is important to me. And I think, you know, challenging yourself. I used to have a friend years ago, and she used to say to me, get out of your comfort zone. And every so often, this is why the chaos wins again, is because I feel like I need to step out of my structure and, get out of being in my comfort zone. Maybe, that's one thing I found myself wanting to do. So anyway, this is Barrie J Davies, pop surrealist artist based in Brighton. And I do this podcast video thing, which is on Spotify and YouTube. I do this every day. And I'd like to thank you so much for tuning in today. And stay tuned for the next podcast / video. And I'll speak to you very soon. Also, solo exhibition I've got is in Brighton Rocks Bar on I'm going to start hanging it on the 8th of June. So if you want to come down, watch this space, and I'll be telling you all about it and on what's going on with the artwork. Right, ciao for now, peeps.
Barrie J Davies is an artist.